guys, welcome back to the Dustin Dean channel. I am Dustin Dean, and today we are going to CPS, DCFS, or whatever they want to be called. We did a grandma report, and they were supposed to give us the audio to Wyatt. If you guys remember, in the last CPS update, we talked to Wyatt. He was interviewed. Well, I want to say interrogated would be the more correct term. Was interrogated by CPS, and they recorded the audio. So they pulled him out of class, put him in a room. The CPS agent requested that he interrogate Wyatt without anybody else in the room, recorded him, and then tells us that we can have that recording if we just grandma report it. So we grandma requested it, just like the agent said, and they're not giving us the audio for whatever reason. They gave us the paper, but they did not give us the recording. It's audio recording is what it is. So we're gonna go back and see why they haven't done that. Wait till you guys see this building. It's awful. Okay, so here we are at the DCFS building. I'm gonna go in recording, and so hopefully they don't have an issue with that, but my suspicion is that they will. All we want is the recording of when they went to my 12-year-old son's school and got the recorded my son without my permission, without anybody else's permission, all because they think that they're above the law. We do have a constitution, so let's go in and see if we can record them. Okay, I'm just looking to see if there's anywhere it says do not record, and it doesn't say anything like that on the door. So notice there's no pictures of children's art or thank you cards on the walls. It stinks in here. It stinks really bad. This used to be an old hospital, but I think it was haunted and they abandoned it, and because a lot of the agents here are soulless, I think they fit right in here. Demons don't bother them. Please ring for service. Yeah, I did a grandma request a while back, and I got the paperwork, but I did not get the recording of my 12-year-old. The agent took my 12-year-old and was locked him in a room. Right. And then
And I'm not sure if the recordings are part of what you can get on a grandma.
The agent said that I could.
Okay. The lady that does the grandma request isn't here right now.
But you're thinking that you can't get the recordings.
I don't
on
know.
A grandma
she's
request?
The specialist. She knows.
Okay.
And she's not here right now.
Okay. Can you have her call me?
Okay. Let me get your number.
And my only concern is a single male adult locking himself in a room without anybody adult around. And I just worry with today's day of age of pedophilers. And that's my concern.
What's your phone number?
My phone number is 435.
I will give her the message.
You want my name?
I know your name is Mr. Dean.
Oh, you knew my name?
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you. So there you have it, guys. It seems very shady that they won't give us the audio, and then that shows red flags right there. So I guess we'll continue to press on. You know, and it does. One thing this place lacks is anything to do with children in there. You walk in the doorway, there's no pictures on the walls, there's no nothing that indicates that they're to help the children. And it does stink in there like death. I'm just saying, I know it's an old abandoned hospital, but air fresheners, come on guys.
You know, this is the second time that we've gone there and they've told us that lady's gone.
Yeah. So this is the second time that we've gone here. Actually third. And all 3 times they told us that the specialist lady that gives us the audio report is gone. And just like this lady said, you guys heard it, is they don't think they can give it to me. Why? We think I ought to have that. Okay, so now we're over here at a place in our town that copies papers, and we're going to get this copied. What this is the DCFS report. On this report, it says right here that he attempted Shaylin Dean at the elementary school. That's my daughter. My daughter says that's a lie. He says he talked to the secretary. The secretary says that we had just barely came in there and told him that they're not allowed to interview our daughter, and so she's respecting our wishes and won't let the agent go in there. And but he says the school secretary stated that Mr. and Mr. Dean had visited and that they did not want DCFS to interview any of their children. I explained, despite this, the same as the other children, I wish to at least attempt. Shaylin declined to speak with me. So we went to the secretary of the school, and she says, that never happened. Nobody ever showed up. Nobody ever talked to me about speaking to your daughter. Your daughter never spoke to anybody. All of that's a lie. And so there you have it. We're going to get a copy of this. We're going to take it to the sheriff's department, and we're going to see what they think about DCFS purposely lying. Hopefully some charges and justice can be brought. Okay, we're over here at the Sevier County Sheriff's Office. Like I said before, we've gone there 3 times requesting the audio of recording my 12-year-old son, and all 3 times the specialist who lets me have the audio isn't available. And so I kind of think that they're pulling my leg. I think that they're just avoiding to give it. It seems kind of shady. So I'm going to ask the sheriff what his thought is on this. So we're here at the sheriff's department, and we're going to see what they have to say about DCFS not wanting to give me the recording of my 12-year-old son. Howdy. So I need to talk to the sheriff. I want to ask, so I hope you don't mind. I have a YouTube channel. This will be on my channel, but it's what it is. It involves the DCFS and my children. And I kind of feel like that they're breaking the law and the Constitution. And so I was just wanting to bring it to like a sheriff and see what their thoughts is on this. Okay. And so what it is someone made a report, an accusation, and the DCFS agent, as he should, investigate it. And I understand that that's a law. Then he takes it to another level, goes to my 12-year-old son's school, pulls him out of class, requests that he interview. I call it interrogating because he interrogated my son for an hour with the request that not the principal or anybody be present during the interrogation. So they locked him in a room together alone, and then he records my son and then tells my son he's not allowed to leave. You have to answer these questions. And so I would call that illegal detainment as well. And so he illegally detained my son because he's not allowed to leave, and interrogated him for an hour to ask him questions of the accusations. The accusations were, is there animal poop in our house and things like that. I go in, I get the grandma request it, and they gave me the forms, but they wouldn't give me the audio. And then so I went back 3 more times, and they won't give me the audio. And so I just find that red flag highly suspicious. And then to kind of give you an idea as to what, like, so I work construction and MSHA. If I were to lie, it's called falsified documentation. And if I were to lie on checking the oil on my loader and then writing it down, I check the oil on my loader. And if I get caught, that's $250,000 fine and 6 months in jail for falsifying documentation. What I have here is falsifying documentation by this guy, Mark Combs. And he and the secretary, he says he went and talked to my secretary in an attempt to talk to my daughter, and the secretary says that never happened. He's lying about that. She was never contacted by DCFS. My daughter also says that that's a lie. Nobody ever tried to talk to her or anything like that. So he's trying to build a case against me, falsifying documentation in hopes of kidnapping my children. And then I recorded him. And he was really upset that I recorded him. That was another red flag, is he didn't want me to record him, and he wanted to conduct his investigation while I'm recording, and he's on my property. So he quit investigating because I was recording. Okay. Okay.
So basically, what you're telling me is that if you did interview somebody, but you say you didn't.
That's falsifying evidence to the judge. I mean, they're built. That would be what they would take to the judge and say, look, he's very anti-DCFS. He's went to the school. He's told him this, which is all a lie. That's all a lie.
How would it be falsifying information if they're just refusing to give audio? They would have to give that to the judge if he orders it.
Right. Well, they're supposed to give it to me too.
I don't know. I don't know what the policy is.
Yeah, they're supposed to give it to me. But if you can't get them for that, then definitely. That what they wrote down right there. They never talked to the secretary.
Okay, so you're saying they talked to a secretary? That they did talk to one, they say they did?
Yes. There's one secretary. He's claiming he talked to her, and she's saying that's a lie, that he never came in and talked to her. And then he's claiming that he talked to my 9-year-old daughter, and my 9-year-old daughter saying that never happened either. The secretary saying that never happened, and my 9-year-old daughter saying that never happened, and he's saying that happened. He's trying to make it look like to the judge that I'm not allowing him to talk to my children, making me look more guilty.
What's your phone number?
979.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to get with the county attorney and see what he says about it.
Okay.
See where he thinks he should go.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
All right. Well, that went over good, huh? Mm-hmm. So I went and talked to the sheriff. I'm actually friends with him. Super nice guy. Love him. But he's going to take that information, take it to the county attorney, and see what they've got to say. You know, my whole thing that bothers me is that the DCFS CPS has this audio of my 12-year-old son that they don't want me to have it. They don't want me to listen to it. They said in the video, you guys can check that out. I'll put a link in the description of that video. But at the end of that video, he says you can grandma request it. If you want the audio, grandma request it. He said that, and now they're refusing to. I'd probably bet that somehow that audio is going to be erased, magically erased. And so the problem I have is and then falsifying documentation, all in the hopes of building a case against me to the judge. I feel like that's they should be punished for that, definitely. I mean, lying in hopes to take my children from me. And I don't know about you guys, but we shouldn't live in, as mom and dads, parents, we shouldn't live in fear of our kids being snatched from us from a crooked organization like DCFS. We shouldn't have to live in fear like that, and I want to fight back. Guys, thank you for your support. Again, thank you for the your Patreon supporters, PayPal supporters, and just comment supporters. Give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.